All right. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I expect to be pretty low turnout today for the live show, but maybe there will be something valuable here for y'all to watch later after the football games are over. After your turkey hangover, you can watch us. So let me say good morning to a couple of folks. Dice Dr. Dan, good morning to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Looks like California Crafts Club is here. Good morning to you as well. Arcades, happy to see you here as well. Darksider, no wind craps today, only because yesterday was a disaster at work. I don't mean disaster, but I had such a long day after we got off our show. I went to work and I worked straight through to almost 5:30 last night, and then I went to a hockey game with my daughter. So never got to it yesterday. So possibly today, but likely over the weekend we'll do it, and we'll get that analysis done. I think it's going to be, we all know the results, but it'll be good to see the results kind of live. But yeah, just no time yesterday. So anyway, here we go. Sideshow's here. Sideshow, you and I got to talk. I'm not sure. I meant to reach out to you last week after the event, but some things happened in the event that I wanted to talk to you about. So hopefully you and I can sync up here later on today. But good to see you here, man, and Brian, you as well. Let's get after it here. Let's see. I want to talk to you a couple of things. Not a whole lot, really, but the storm. I am so torn on this thing. And it's not the strategy's fault. It's my fault, right? We'll talk about it here in a second, but I'll tell you where we are. But it's about grinding versus home runs, that whole discussion we always have. And the storm and my throwing this week are literally like here, right? And it's this whole, the way I want to play and the way that I am throwing are just not meshing at all. It's not the storm's fault. It's my fault. Let's talk about that in a minute. And we'll talk today about getting out of the hand, working on the presses. So over phase one. So here we go. Let's jump into it here. First things first, daily paycheck storm. We have not started it yet. I played it for 4 days. Never came up today where we had to do the lay 6 and 8 thing. The situation never arose where it was needed, so I never did it. But the basics thing, $50 don't, $180, $200 on the odds, are 204 across in the any craps bet. That's a fine way to play. It works. Regressing outside in works. And so far, so good. It's just really, to me, it's a 2-roll 6, 7, 8. What it boils down to, it's just another way to play the 6, 7, 8. That targets 2 rolls to get you out of the damn hand, right? And it does that. Most 6, 7, 8s, you play them ongoing as a strategy on its own. This one, it's a 6, 7, 8 for a couple of rolls, and then you're done. And then you have a choice to make. Now, I have not been able to make a good choice because for the most part, my rolls have been awful. I've been barely getting my 2 rolls to get out of the hand. So it's a grind. It's $30, $30, $30 every time we do this thing. We're making 100, going out at 64 and 7ing out. So we're netting $30 every time. And that's the point of the 3-phase play, right? When we play this 3-phase way that I like to play, the get out, get up, and go off, right? We're getting out most of the time in the storm, but we're never getting up. Like that next phase, we're stuck at that $34 profit. I never get to go anywhere because my throws are so bad. And so we've been kind of stuck in this world where we get, our 2 hits, we make our $100, we go 64 across, and I can't get it to happen. Today I tried my phase 2, my get up phase. Let's go the horseman. I had a point of 4. Let's rock a horseman here. Let's leave the don't pass up. Let's go 3 combats. What do? I pick off the point, get the 3 combat set, and 7 them all out. So the horseman goes upside down in the perfect storm, so to speak, of that strategy while I had like a 9 roller. Completely opposite where I want to be. So I'm having trouble in the get up phase. We can't seem to get ourselves into that next level of profit. I can't keep the $100 that I earn making another $100 to get me out. The whole point of this style of play is to get even quick and rock a long roll, or you tie and you try it again. I've been in that tie and try it again phase. I cannot get that lock and I can't get the long roll. So it's just been my throw or the luck that we've had the last 4 or 5 days of throwing. We're just not getting there. So it's not the storm's fault that I can't get it done. I think it's a good window, a good lens into 3-phase play. So I'm going to be talking a lot about 3-phase play over the next few weeks. The get out phase is what this week is focused on. How do we get out of a hand in a couple of rolls? We've been working on it all week. Next week, I'm going to work on getting up. So getting up after you get out of the hand, 2 or 3 rolls, making that profit and getting out of dodge, and then looking for the long roll. We've been mired in getting out, but luckily our get out play in the storm is profitable. So we are getting out and kind of getting up. So we're getting 1 and 2 kind of out of the way here, but let's go to the table, and I want to run through what we've done so far. Okay, what we've done so far is this: we've done the squeeze play, where we start 110 or 220 inside. Actually, let me just go here and show it to you at the table. It's just easier to do it this way, and then I'll zoom in and we'll do today's stuff, which is all things you already know if you're a fan of the show, but I think bears repeating all the time. So the squeeze play is, and I'll do it at a couple levels here, but let's go here. We'll go at 110 inside. It's a nice, easy way to do this. And let's play it out, right? So the squeeze play is, let's take a hit on an inside number. Now, the downside of this is you're missing out on the 6 ways to roll the 4 and 10. You're missing out on the field. So you got 12 ways not to win, 18 ways to win, 6 ways to lose, which means you could be stuck in here. You're at 110 at risk or 220 at risk the entire time until you get your work done. But here we go. I'm going to pay it like this. We'll do $35. There's $35 that we get paid. What you'll do here is go grab the 4 and 10. Keep that nickel in the rack. On the next hit, everything out here pays about the same. Okay, these will pay 35. The $15 here will pay 27, and you're going to be out of the gate. So let's just say that we get another inside number for $35. Okay, now what you do is you pull the whole thing down, and from here you probably go 64 across. So let's take all these bets down. I'll break up a quarter here into nickels, nickels and pennies, and you end up at 64 across for an investment of, there's 110 and $1 in profit. So you're out here 64 across with $1 in profit. Okay, that's the squeeze play at the low level. At the super low level, that's how that thing works. Actually, there's another nickel there. And that's it. That's your squeeze play. It's inside, spread to the outside, and then get out of dodge. The problem with the squeeze play is twofold. One is, again, you're exposed for that 110 until the whole thing works. You're out for 110 the entire time. And that can be problematic for you because it's hard to get inside only hits at first. You might burn that 110 because you're missing the 4 and 10. So there's a downside to it, but there's an upside as well that you're out of the hand for the most part. The squeeze play at 220 inside gets you to 160 across, which is kind of nice. Now, the next one we looked at was shrinking down by doing a wedge kind of a play or some kind of a drawdown sort of thing. And I'll re-demonstrate it for you here. We'll go, this time I'll show it to you at a bigger level, 320 across. And I'm doing this one because it's easy to deal. So 320 across. In here, these all pay 70, those pay 100. Let's roll the dice real quick. Let's get so the point's going to be a 4. I'll just hopefully not see any 7. There's 11. There's a 9. Pay $70. So this, in the drawdowns, you get paid $70 on the number, and everything comes down a full level. So unlike the squeeze play, the drawing down reduces my risk as I go, which is my favorite part about it. I like drawing down because after the first hit, and again, I've picked up the 4 and 10 here, I'm 160 out, but again, with a 320 initial outlay, look where I am here. I've got 300, I got $220 plus 10, so 230 on my rack, but with 160 still sitting here, I'm only into the hand for $100 now. So on roll 2, I'm actually less at risk than I was to start with. Where a squeeze play or inside play only, you're stuck at the full risk for all the shots. Here on the second shot, we can make a decision. We're going to get paid $35 on an inside number. Let's just roll to prove it. There's an 11. There's, of course, the 7, right? A 10, whatever. That would have paid actually 100 or 50, right? And now you're done. At this point, you're going to go, you know what? We're going to go 96 across, 75, 85, 95, 96 across, and I'm out. There's my $325. I started with 320. I've got a little bit of profit, and I'm playing out there at $96. So that's, the drawdowns are nice because they reduce your risk as you go, which I think is a kind of a power play with those ways of playing. That's the drawdowns. We did those on Tuesday. Now, yesterday, we looked at another way. Let's clean this up here to get out of the hand. Hold on, let me go change my screen for you. and do a quick little review of yesterday's getting out. And that was splitting the sisters. The Hawaii crapshooter split the sisters play, which is kind of a cool little thing. It has the same problem that the drawdown has, okay? If you split the sisters at 220, and again, it's not easy at 220 on your wallet, but the math is easy. I'll show you how to do it again at a small level. At 220 inside, we catch a win on an inside number. Now again, the inside numbers, you're needing an inside number to hit. You're losing out here. And the horns, 12 ways not to win when you're playing all of the inside. That's a tough, tough deal. But let's say we rolled, let's get a roll here. It was, God, all the sevens, right? A 6 rolls. So if the 6 rolls, you get paid your $70. You can take the 6 down and say split it between the 6 and the 8. You have enough money on the 1 to play the second one. That's the way that the Sweet Sisters works. You can then, if you choose to, take your reds and grab the outside so you don't burn on an inside thing on the second shot, right? The idea there is to grab more as you go, or just keep it in your rack. 100 you need the thing? Here.
We don't stay down here.
Oh, sorry. And there's your 110. Lost my train of thought there. There's 125 back in the rack. So your next one is 5 or 9. So when either a 5 or 9, it really doesn't matter what rolls next, right? If it's a 5, beautiful. We take our 70, we'll do 75 for 5, 75 for 5, and split them down. And now you're out of the hand. There's your 200, 100, 220, 35 in profit, and you're still inside for 110. So that's the split the sisters. But again, at its core, you're missing out on the outsides, and that's always been my whatever I'm going to call it here, my disgust with these kinds of strategies, right? Is we miss the outsides, and over the course of time, that becomes kind of painful. So let's look at spreading out today, or pressing up as the way, okay? And I'll show you both ways of doing this. And again, these are cross ways, and you've seen me do this before. They can be at whatever level you want, okay? But we're gonna, again, take a number of hits, not just 2 hits, maybe 3 hits, depends on how it works out. But let's go ahead and go with, I'm actually gonna go 140 across, I think. We'll do 110 on the inside, and I'll do the 4 and 10 for 15 each. So it's 110 plus 30. We'll do 140 across, okay? And this can be done either Philly special style, which is a rhythmic press, or what I call tier pressure styles. We can look at both ways of doing it, and the rules are really the same either way here. What you're looking for is a condition to be done playing. So the tier pressure way of doing it is to full press what happened, right? It's a direct hammer on what's being rolled. It's a better way to play with a controlled shooter, I think, who's hitting a repeater. So let's say we have an 8 roll and it pays $35, okay? Tier pressure says, let's do a full press of the number. Actually, I should do the 5 because the 5 is, we just rolled a 5. So the 5 also pays $35. Full press. Looks like 60 now. Okay. We do this full press, full press, full press until either something hits twice, the repeater happens, or we hit 4 individual numbers. One of those 2 things and you're done. That's tier pressure. There's a 5, there's a 6. And again, this is a tough one because you got to get things to actually, they got to hit twice, which is hard. And you got to get, or 4. You're really bucking the system here. But when it works, you'll see what happens. That's another 5. So the 5 hits twice. 60 pays 84, 75, $84, which is a pain. And then you come back where you were. Come back down to where you started. Right? Remember, we were out here for 160. What do we have in the rack here? We're not going to have the whole 160 back, but check it out. There's 120 and change, right? Or no, 100 and almost 160. 125, 135, 145, about 150. So we're out for $10. Sometimes you get a 3rd hit and then the repeater. Sometimes it takes all 4. Depending on the number of hits that it takes, you're out of the hands regardless, right? And you're back where you started. You could regress this to 96 and lock a little bit of profit up. If I regress it to 96, looks like this. Oh, sorry, we're out there for 140. There's our 140. We are in profit, $9. But you can regress it the whole thing down to 96 across. 75, 85, 95, 96 across after your second hit, and look where you are. There's your 140. There's 50, 55, $58 in profit plus 96 across. I like that. I don't like having to wait for 4 rolls, right? But pressing your way to glory, as you call it, is a way to get out of the hand and really accomplish phase 1 and phase 2 kind of at the same time. You're going to get out and lock some profit up all at the same time versus just getting out and then trying for profit in a second phase, like I've been doing in the garage. So I think these pressing methods are kind of cool to get you out of the hand and lock something up. Generally speaking, the tier pressure strategy will get you to some level across with that level in profit when it works out. The Philly Special really is it's a better phase 2 play, but it works on the same principle where you're looking for numbers to repeat in some kind of rhythm and then pull them down. So when I do a Philly Special as a phase 1 play, I don't go for the hammer out of the gate. What I would do here is, let's take an 8, for example, pays 35 bucks. I would drop $1 and make it 18. So both of these get full pressed up, right? We press both the 6 and the 8, $18. They go to 48 bucks from 30, okay? Let me get them set up for you. We sister press the 6 and the 8. The 5 and the 9, they would have been out there at 20 bucks, by the way. Sorry, 30 and 20. And the 4 and 10 would have been at 15 each. That's 130 across. When I get a hit in here for $56, at that point, they're both down to 18 bucks. They both go down to table minimum. So it's press them all the way up. Both come on down. From this point forward, we never do that again. At this point, on the 6 and the 8, what we do is we sister press and collect. Sister press and collect every time they keep building up. Look at where we are, by the way. 115, 116, we're out there for 130 to start, right? So that move covers the whole thing. If the 5 or 9 were to be the move, let's do a 5 or 9. The same thing happens, right? 20 pays 28, we drop 2 bucks, take it to 50. 50 pays 70, and we're back down, right? You bring everything down to table minimum. 5 and 9 can both come down to table minimum, and again, you're out 110 back in the rack by pulling one move off. You're basically done. Covers all the bets minus 15 bucks. That's the idea behind those two. If you happen to have this pressed up and that pressed up and whatever, and you get your repeat, you can be out, right? Pressing up to get out is a nice way to lock up phase 1 and phase 2 together. And that's what I like about doing that. So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here and we'll roll it out. And I'll do it a couple of times with us. We'll do a little bit of tier pressure first, a little bit of Philly Special second. I got about 1,500 bucks in the rack here. So let's go ahead and we'll do a, let's see, let's do the tier pressure first. I'm gonna go ahead and take out of my rack. Let's see, I had too many greens there. It's 100. Let's do tier pressure at this level. We'll go 130 across, like so. Let's work to get the 130 back in the rack as fast as we can. Here we go. I'll show you how it works. We got a midnight on the come out. It does not matter. Another horn on the come out. Boy, if you're ATSing it, you're a happy camper right now. 3 on the come out, but we're just knocking out all the horn numbers. Look at me go. Give me an aces here. Why not? 6 hard. Okay, there's our point. Now, we're looking to get out of the hand and lock profit all at the same time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And we're out here for 110, 140. We're playing tier pressure. Okay, that's the 10. So the rule is full press. It pays $27. We'll take the $2 back. It's a full press to 40. White's back in the rack. We just got to avoid the ugliness, right? 415, that's our second hit. It pays 35. Now the 5 has 35 on it. I'll spread these out so you can see the bets. It's 2 hits, and there's the 7, so we don't get it. If we were playing a different way, wedging, we'd have been out with this and this. This way here, you're gonna burn the whole thing unless you get what you need. So let's go ahead and take these back. That was 140. So I'm gonna take 150 out of my rack and put $10 back and see if we can't rebuild that rack. Let's do it again. Tough way to play, right? If you're not gonna get the numbers, it's a tough way to play. This is an 8, but you'll see when it works, it will accomplish both phases, which is kind of nice. 6, $35 6. We'll spread it up. Whoops. There's an 8 hard. That's a bummer. It's going to win. It's going to be the point. Now we got to waste a roll getting out, which I hate doing. Here we go. Coming out. 9. Or sorry, it's an 8. 4, 4. Back to the 8 we go. That would have been a win, right? We still need 2 shots. I need to get a 6 or an 8 to repeat, or I need 2 more boxes. Again, pressing out of phase 1 here to get out of the hand. There's a 9. So we're gonna get 3 unique hits, which means there's 35. The next box number we get, we're out. This is gonna be the case where you take 4 hits to get out because nothing repeated. Ideally, one of these repeats right now. And in 4 rolls or 4 hits, we'll have it. There's a 6, 5, a mid-mo, yo, and there's a 4. Okay, we got 4 different numbers to hit. We're done. That pays 27, 25, $27, and now we get out of here. We'll take everything back, and you'll see that we're now back at our starting 140 across. I've got 140 coming back, so my rack is fully replenished with the 140 I started with. Beautiful. I have $7 in profit, and I'm playing where I started. So technically speaking, if I pull this down, my rack is actually fully replenished from the earlier ass kicking. We've covered our money back. But if you think about the strategy play itself, we're out of the hand. We're set up where we were. There's no regression here. We're just set up where we started. I could regress this to 96 across and pull about 50 bucks off the table if I'd like to. But we're set up to play from the place we started. Now, when I play tier pressure and I'm hammering it, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll press the insides again. I'll take that $100 that I just won. And again, this would be a play that I would make as a phase 2 play. Take the 110 and work it on the inside, right? Instead of taking the 140 to my rack, press the inside by a full 110 and really try and destroy this thing, right? There's gonna be 70 bucks, okay? And I can, again, I'll press the 6 and the 8 up to 90. Make them look like 55. And there's the 7, right? So you don't get it. That's the aggressive play. But you can see what I was going for, right? We're trying to hammer it early so we can play long. That's 1. Let's reset the rack. Just again, demonstration only here. Give you a sense of what's up. All right, there was, actually, I'm going to put that 140 back in the rack because I was just showing you the next move there. There's the 140 back, okay? Let's go do the same thing, and we'll do it Philly special style. Same play. We're going to go 110 inside. We're going to go 15 on the outsides, so 140 across, okay? Can also be done 130 across with $10 4s and 10s, but let's do it here. Let's get a point, and I'll show you the Philly special version of getting out of the hand. And again, you got to think about getting out. I'll make the point. If I can do it, I'll make the point. There's a 415. Actually, I'm lying to you. These should be 20 bucks, not 25. My bad. Let's make them the right levels. 20 and 10 change. Okay. That should be 20, not 25. The Philly special is this. We're going to drop $2, and this becomes $50 because it pays 28. It goes to 50. And watch the rhythm of this one. This is a tough way to play, right? You're going to have to get great results to make it happen, but check it out. There's the 10. That pays 27. 4 and 10, they get full flipped, goes to 40. This one you don't collect until the magic happens, right? Here's a 415. So we catch that, right? That pays 56 bucks. I'm sorry, it pays 70 bucks. Check this out. My favorite moves of all time. The 50 pays 70, right? Like so. If you go back to 20, you pocket a black chip. That's the G Money special. That's beautiful. Remember, we started at 130. I can take the 10 back down to where it started, and I have my 125 back. Basically, I'm out $5, okay? When the Philly special works itself through, you're out, playing at the same level. Again, you just need one of these things to work. Either the 5 or 9 flips, the 6 or 8 do the sister press, or the 4 or 10 get that second hit, and you're done, right? Now, my money's back. I'm back out at 130. 2 things to think about. 1, I can play at 130. 2, I can play at 64 or 96 and lock up extra profit. 3, I can walk away with $130 in profit because this right here is all profit. Once the money's back in my rack, everything else out there is profit. That's $125 net profit on that move, right? That's pretty cool when it works out for you. But I'll reset it. We'll reset it here and let it play itself through. Let's see if we can make the Philly special now be a phase 2 strategy. And of course, when I say that out loud, we can't, right? We throw a 7 and we knock ourselves out. But that's the point of getting out of the hand, right? That is inconsequential because we got our money back. You follow me? Getting your money back and being able to make a decision after your money's back is the key to this game. I will say this till I drop dead. 2 rolls and out of the hand, 2 to 3 rolls and out of the hand, which we've done every single time today. We got out of the hand except for 1 time every time. 2 or 3 rolls. We're always set up for phase 2, which is be across and be ready to hammer the hot roll, or like in this case, we tie. Out for 130, in for 125, here comes a 7. It costs you $5 to have a shot at destroying a table. That's the key to this game. Get out in a couple of rolls. Set yourself up for the run you want. You always have the option to run. You always have the option to take this down and be done and let the next shooter happen, right? I have done this many, many times where I've done that move, got myself set up across, and like, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'll just turn my bets off for that shooter, let them do their thing, and the next shooter pull the move off again. And guess what? We're out of here with the paycheck. You do that thing twice, you're paychecked. And that's all you got to think about. So remember, the choice is going to be yours, how you want to deal with the phase 2 after you're out of the hand. Get out of the hand first. And that's the message for the week. Getting out of the hand in a couple of rolls. And then your choice is yours. And I know I'm being repetitive, but I can't say it enough. I just can't say it enough. Get out of the hand in a couple of rolls. I'm going to do it one more time just because I can. Let's get. I think I have enough reds to pull. I don't have enough reds. We'll do the 6 and 8. I'm going to grab, I think, I need $50. I need 50 in reds to do it. One more time through. $15 there, $15 there, 20 there, 5 to the rack. And here we go. Turn it off. Let's pull the move off again. Let's pull it off again. There's a midnight on a Thanksgiving day. 6-6. I wish I could see your comment. I see there's people chatting. I can't see what you're saying until I get back. There's a 10. Bam. Let's make it work. There's a 6. All right. Philly special on the 6 or 8. Oh, they need caps. Sorry, they need caps. Again, we drop a buck. Drop a buck. They both go to $48. Again, we just need one Philly special move to happen, and we can be out of the hand, right? There's an 11. There is a 5. Okay, so the 5 is going to go, whoops, 4 and a 1. The 5 will go from 20 We drop 2. It pays 28. All that looks like 50 bucks. G money time. Bam. Ah, we got a 7. We didn't get it. We didn't get it. And again, here's the good example, right? Doing the wedge or something else, we would have been out. We would have got our 2 inside hits and been done. Here, I needed a repeat here or here to finish it out. So we 7 out and it doesn't work out for us, right? I would say no big deal, but I don't like losing 140 bucks. It is a big deal to me to lose 140 bucks. So, but you get the point. I think you see what I'm going for. There it is. Should we do one more? One more time before I go up there and help out make dinner. Let's do one more shot at it. There's a 10. All right, 6, 4, 10 on the end. I got to pay for those bets, by the way. There's 140, 150 out of my rack for 10 chain. We're getting kind of killed today, but I'm not playing. I'm not really managing the rack today. I'm just kind of shooting around. 11 yo, nothing. 617, and again, doesn't matter what your phase 1 play is, you PSO, you're going to get burned. Yikes, man. All right, we'll do one more, and then I'm getting out of here. One more, because that was way too short and way too unsatisfying. Okay, another 150 out of the rack, $10 change. Can I make any money here? Can we make any money today? 5 is the point. Let's get out. Get out of this damn hand. Get your money off the table. Oh my God, another one. Jeez, Alou. Another PSO. That's 2 in a row PSOs. Good gravy. I'll do one more because I can't leave on that note. I cannot leave you with 2 back-to-back PSOs. I can't do it. My conscience won't let me do it. Gotta have a better run. There's a 6. Come on. Come on, dude. Anything but a 7 here. Oh, it's a 6. One of the worst possible outcomes, right? Because we have to do this. Buck's gonna come off. I'll drop my buck. We're gonna make them both look like 48. And here we go. Can we get out of this hand? Can this shooter help me out? There's a 6 again. 3 6s in a row, right? Only one time to get paid. That's the bane of hitting the points, right? There's a 9. All right, 9's gonna go to 50 bucks. I gotta drop $2 to make that happen. There's $3 change. Here we go. Give me something. A 9, yay, the 9 repeats. So this time we're gonna make it. We're gonna be out of the hand. There's our 70 bucks for the $50 9, and it comes down. The 6 and 8 go back to base. And the Philly special, this time, because I threw a couple of numbers, and one of the moves worked. There's 75. Those two are both 5 chips. There's 125, 130 bucks. That's exactly what we're out there for. Actually, it's 131. So we're actually out here for 130 across. It's $1 profit. So this time, the move worked. The first time in a while that the moves actually worked. We got out of the hand. I'm going to take a black chip for those greens. I keep knocking these chips over back here. And there we go. We're playing on house money. Now again, we're out of the hand. The move works. You press up, you get out of the hand. Actually, this can come back to, we'll make that look like 20 like it should. And we're reset. Remember, getting out of the hand also means that what's out here is yours. That's also a profit. We got PSO twice in a row, right? There's no shame in taking this 140 back, which recovers one of your PSOs, right? Or stay out here and, you know, play the thing out and see what happens, right? We can do that because it's a holiday and nobody cares, but let's go. We'll play it out. There's an 8. Again, we'll drop a buck. And I'll make those look like 48. Let's do the same play. 48 bucks. We'll Philly special the whole thing until we're done. 5 goes to 50. For 2. Oh my God. I'm just I'm wearing a sweatshirt today because it's cold, and the pocket keeps knocking into the chips, and everything's going all over the place. All right, here we go. The 5's up. And now we're never gonna stop. We're just gonna play this out until the cows come home. Again, the 9 goes from 20 to 50 for $2. Everything is set. This is actually what I did in Vegas on Jen's roll. When Jen had that nice roll, I basically did this, the Philly special from even, and we rocked it pretty hard. There's a $56 win from the $48 6 and 8. That's great. Take that back to the rack. And I just let these things build themselves up as long as they want to. $56 again. So 55, 56 bucks. And then what I'll do is I'll take the 6 and 8 from 48 and I'll make them both look like 60. Like that. And I'll bring a little bit of juice back to the rack, but they're both now pressed up pretty good. In fact, what I probably do in this case is start grabbing hard ways with the whites. These are both at 70 bucks. There's a midnight, which we don't care about. Now notice here, I'm 220 inside, by the way, right? 220 inside with those presses, which is great. 5-9 had not yet G-moneyed themselves off. And here's the 5. The 5 just G-moneys itself off. There's the 70 bucks. That's great. What I do with the 5 now, though, is I take it to 40. I go to the next G-money level, which is 40 bucks, and I'll take the 75 bucks back to my rack. And those reds are a green, and now I've recovered 2 black chips. Okay, those greens are 2 blacks. We're looking good. So that one worked. These 2 have worked, right? If we catch a monster roll here, we're set up for greatness, right? But again, the first move makes it possible. The getting out, there's the 7. The getting out of the hand makes it possible to do this. Now, again, you're gonna lose all this, right? The 220 inside goes away. Any point in time, especially when you're down in your rack, pulling that down and stopping is not something to be ashamed of. There we go. Done. That's your Thanksgiving get out of jail free card. Get out of the hand by pressing. It's a way more dangerous way to do it, right? Way more dangerous way to do it. Here we go. Let me get over here. Looks like you guys are talking about something totally different, which is cool. I'm glad that we could be a place for you all to hang. Let's go over here. All right, there's my look at pressing it out. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of Q&A with you all and make sure that we're solid here. Let's see. Are you guys talking about come DC prevents? I'm just going through some of the old. One more, the famous last word, right? My famous words, one more. Yeah, let's go actually here there we go. Let's see. I'm looking through the chat to see if anything is interesting here. Oh, you're talking about the don't pass, come, don't pass. That's actually the don't pass, come, don't come. Very close to what I call the Southern Border strategy. Same sort of thing, level those things up. I love Waylon's take on the horseman where it goes don't come and then the 3 combats, which is pretty cool. Anyway, these are all plays on the same thing, right? All the crap strategies in the world are this, right? Duracell's talking about opening theory, right? Getting even early, no matter how you get there, is the key. I think you talk to anybody who's been playing craps for as long as we all have, that is the key to the game, right? Getting even early. And I'm telling you, 1 or 2 rolls. You see, like, I'm just hucking random here, right? It's hard to get 2 rolls, even when you got them all covered. You have the whole across bet covered. Just getting 2 numbers before a 7 is freaking hard. Survival. Craps is an early survival game. The thing I like about the pressing options versus just the regression options is that if you survive the 2 or 3 rolls that it takes to get that to work, you're not only even, but you got a little bit of lock. And I like having a little bit of lock if I can get there. It just makes that phase 2 play a little bit less ornery, so to speak, right? But again, you have all the options. You have all the options ahead of you. Let's go back again, right? You can squeeze play and spread yourself out. Miss out the 4 and 10, take your inside hit, spread, take the second one and run. You're out of the hand mostly, okay? You can do a shrink down. Bigger bets, even a 1 hit and down, right? A 480 across, take your 140 hit and come down to 96 across, right? Take a 1 hit and get out of it. Shrinking down to your base from much more risk, but for a much shorter time, and you're in and you're out, right? That's another way to do it. We talked about splitting it up, to split the sister strategy, right? Higher inside bets, take a hit, split 2 numbers down. Take a hit, split 2 numbers down, and now you're out of the hand. A couple of hits and you're done. Today we talked about pressing it. Again, going across, and instead of pulling down and reducing your risk as you go, you press, and when you come down after that third hit or so, you're not only back to where you started, but you got that same amount of money in profit locked. All good ways to play this game, right? All good ways to play this game. Your bankroll and your risk tolerance will sort of guide you as to which one of those speaks to you more, which way you want to get out of the hand, but you got to get out quick. You got to get out of the hand quick. And I think that's the most important message I can give you all week long. So let's see, anything that you want to talk to me about specifically? You guys got to put the PCs in front of the chat so I can see them. The 4 and 10 can be tough. Field bet parlay, yes, field bet parlays can work. I'm not a huge fan unless I'm either up or it's part of what I'm doing. Like a field parlay as part of an iron cross, which I'm going to do tomorrow, works. A field parlay as just a play to me is a little scary to me, only because the field is so volatile. The field is so streaky that those end up feeling like a burn till they work, right? I do a Friday Follies, so this week I'm not. This week I'm going to do a iron cross tomorrow. Normally, Arcades, what I do on Fridays is called Friday Follies, and it's literally a day where I either play a bubble crap strategy, and it's something like, for example, I'll do a Wayland strategy. Wayland likes to buy in for $5,000, do all this black chip stuff, which is great and fun to watch. Most of us can't afford to do that. I'll take a Wayland thing and I'll do it at the dollar level on bubble craps, and it's kind of just, do some kind of a laddering thing on bubble craps, or I'll do something insane. Fridays are normally just, who cares? Have fun. I'm not teaching anything. We're just going to go out there and do some crazy stuff on the table. That's Fridays. This week, I'm going to do a regular show. Next week, I'm going to transition Fridays, and Fridays are going to be the Buckeye Slim $1 Million Challenge. I'm going to do as many sessions as I can on a Friday. We're just going to take Friday from $300 and try and win $1 million. Every Friday, we're going to kind of continue that on. And I'll do it in fun and crazy ways. So Fridays will never be serious, except for this week, just because I want to. But that's what I do. If you got something stupid that you want me to try out, Friday's the day to give me something crazy, and we'll try it out. I love the Friday Follies because it's just a day off for my brain. So that's it. I don't see any more questions, really. Let's see. Y'all talking about other things, which is cool. All right. Let's see. What else is good? There are 30 people watching today? Seriously? I can't believe that. Let's see. Oh, the don't come, or the don't pass, come, don't. Yeah, that's Crappy's cold table strategy, right? That's the cold table. That one's pretty cool, actually. I like that one a lot. I like the Horseman better. The Horseman's a don't pass, 3 come bets. It gives me 7 power the whole way through. I like that a little better rhythm-wise. And I like varying those sizes too. You'll see some more of that stuff. So, all right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go enjoy our Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go help Kathy make some, we're making homemade applesauce right now. So I'm gonna go up there and give her a hand peeling some apples. And there you go. Darksider, one more question looks like. Why no conversation about betting one number to hit within 4 rolls, only 1 bet exposed, not 6? I have had that conversation. We've had that talk. And I actually did a win craps on that. It doesn't matter. You want to do it real quick? I'll show you what I did here. Let me go back to the table. Let me do this. One number versus all 6. It's lunacy to think that that's any better. And here's why. Let's put the 8 out here. Okay? Let's put the 8 out. And we can do the math really quick. You know, if, and again, this is a big assumption. This is if things work out according to Hoyle, right? If you get 5 8s and 6 6s, what would happen in that case? If you got the perfect distribution, okay, you had 1 bet at risk, you only have $30 at risk, okay, you're gonna lose that bet 6 times. 6 times 3 is $180. You're gonna lose 180 for sure on that bet. You're gonna win $35 5 times. What does that look like? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna win 35 5 times. You're going to lose 30 6 times. What is the net result of that? Those two are 25-hour stacks. You're going to lose $5, okay? You're going to win 175. You're going to lose 180 over the course of time. There's no denying that. You will lose this bet as often as you should, right? If you go across, the same thing is you can do the same exact calculation if you go across. Cover all the numbers. What'll happen here, okay? We know that we've got 6 times, we're gonna lose all of it. So you're gonna lose 160 6 times. How much is that? That's gonna be 600, right? 600 and then 60 times 6 is how much? I don't know, that's 606, 360, right? So 960, but that's what you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the 960 for sure. You're gonna lose 160 6 times. That's what that's gonna end up looking like for you. How much would you win if every number rolled according to what they should roll? Okay, the same percentage of your bankroll you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the house edge on these things, right? However, what'll happen is 24 times, if it's a one-hit strategy, 24 times you're gonna get, let's say you're looking to make 1/8 and be done, or one of anything and be done. 24 times you're gonna get one and done, versus 5 times you get one and done. You follow me? 5 times versus 6, 24 times versus 6. Even though the cost of that is bigger, what'll end up happening is if everything hits according to what number it should hit, you'll end up being down the same percentage as this here. Percentage-wise, it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose what you're gonna lose. So, in my opinion, going across for one hit is the same as being one number for one hit, because probabilities will, over time, coalesce, and you'll win and lose the same number of times that you're supposed to. You'll be in the same spot. It really doesn't matter. It's all about, can you sustain what happens if you get 7 out 6 times in a row? Can you withstand that loss and then the recovery period to get it back? Because it does take 24 hits to recover the 6 losses in a bigger strategy. Bankroll decision, okay? Watching that number burn over and over and over again when it's not getting hit is way worse for me personally than getting one hit and done up in here. There is a definite math to this, and I said I've done the win craps where I showed you the 2 players that have the equivalent bankrolls for that strategy, 10 times each. They have the exact same burn rate. The exact same burn rate. Let me go back to here again. There. They have, I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on. Those players, there we go, have the same burn rate. If you have one player with $1,600 in the rack and one player with $350 in the rack, okay, or $300 in the rack, $300 on the 8 only, $1,600 going 160 across. Both players burn at the same rate. They both die the same day. It's almost uncanny how they both crash and burn almost on the same roll. It just doesn't matter. To me, it matters as the way I want to play the game. I want to be across, out, and down as fast as I can. So to me, time, I'm trying to optimize for time versus optimizing for probability. Some people optimize for probabilities. I don't. I optimize because time is the thing that scares me the most. And so there's that. That's why I advocate that way. Does that make sense to you? I hope that does. And that's, it's just, I've been burned too many times by waiting, and burning the $30, you know, all these shooters in a row when I could have been out. And that's, to me, what it comes to. So that's just my thought. What do we have here? I think that's it. DC protects in the end. You guys talking about other things still. Okay. The triple Lux, yeah. That's to me, the triple Lux, by the way, is a phase 3 play. If you go way back to what I first started with, up here, triple Lux is what you do when you're going off. Like you start by getting out quick, as we've been showing all week, the 2 or 3 rolls. Can you go away? You then finish by getting up in a couple of rolls, right? Get even, get a little bit up and lock that profit in. Then you're going off, triple Lux. White, red. Something else, some other hardcore pressing way to go off on that hot roll. This is where we say you make money by knowing how to bet, right? That's how you make money in this game. Knowing how to bet early which is cautious and regressive, knowing how to bet in the midstream, which is lock it up a little bit, knowing how to hammer it when it happens is the going off phase. And that's why I think as a complete craps player, you've got to have all three. You got to be ready for all three. Most of the time, you're going to be mired in that first phase. Let me just get out. Let me just get out. Let me just get out. Okay, I got out. Let me make a little bit. Okay, thank God. Here comes the freaking 7. That's craps. The table as garbage all the way around, that's where you are most of the time. Most players lose because they don't know how to get out of a hand and they don't know how to lock up on the next couple of rolls. That's where most players lose their bankrolls. Those of us that are seasoned get out of the hand quick. I'll even same bet a couple of times just to lock something up. I have no problem same betting a couple of times to lock something in my rack so I know I'm good before I hit the gas pedal. I have no problem doing that. I know Alfredo doesn't have a problem doing that. I know a lot of people don't have a problem locking that second phase up. I'll let 6 rolls go by before I go. But you're right. Triple Lux is where it's at. Triple Lux, load up on the number that's coming and streak the crap out of it. That's exactly what you're looking to do. So that's right. That is right. Okay, let's get out of here, guys. Let's get out of here. Let's go cook Thanksgiving, watch football, and all of that. So I'm gonna be done, and I will say this to you all. Thank you again. My final thoughts today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are 30-something people watching me 38 people watching me on Thanksgiving Day before football. You guys are awesome. I literally expected to be down here talking to nobody this morning and just having my own little party because you all have families and lives. I appreciate y'all being here with me and hanging out. And again, I know you weren't chatting about what I was talking about. That's all good. Chat about whatever you want to. Debate strategies, do your thing in chat, have fun in there. This is a place for us to get together, if nothing else. So I'm thankful for our little craps family. I'm thankful for our community. I'm thankful for all of you, right? For our new attendees, our Katie's we haven't met before. Glad to see you here. James Newberry, you're welcome, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being such a good friend, by the way. James emails me all the time. He's always got great ideas, great strategies. Alfredo is a great friend of mine. He said lipstick on a pig. I love Alfredo. We got to hang out in Vegas a couple of times now. He was here in Seattle. It's good to call you friend, right? And bounce ideas back off of you. It's good to watch you throw. Waylon, good friend of mine. JR, we didn't get to meet this time, but next time we will, right? It's good to have you all in my life and in each other's lives. So I appreciate every one of you. I really, really do. I can't tell you the drive. You all are the drive that gets me up in the morning to do this crap. Every day, get up 6 o'clock in the morning, have my coffee, brush my teeth, do the garage thing for an hour, come in here and do this for an hour. I do it because of y'all, because you drive me. So I appreciate all of you. And I wish you all great weekend, good time with your families, and be thankful for everything, folks. We live in a seemingly messed up country right now, but I'll tell you what, there's no other place I'd rather be than right here. We got it really good, and we should be thankful for that. So thanks for all those servicemen and women out there for doing all you do for us. Thanks, Chris. You can pass that along. So with all that said, y'all, I'm out. Love y'all. God bless y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye. Oh, go Hawks.